Have the leaders and residents in your area noticed that recycling costs have significantly increased over the past few years? In some cases, recycling has become even more expensive than just throwing trash away. This is because packaging has changed with more types and amounts of materials that are costly to sort, recover, and market, and local governments are left to figure out how to manage them.
We're surrounded by all kinds of packaging from the things we use every day. And many of us automatically put that packaging in the recycling bin because that's what we've always done. But the truth is, a lot of the packaging we think can be recycled actually isn't. Packaging has become more complex and harder to recycle. And unfortunately, the number of places that want to buy and recycle these materials has not kept up. New York's recycling system is outdated and inefficient, and not everyone has easy access to recycling. Because of this, a lot of opportunities and a lot of material are missed. Not all New Yorkers have the option to recycle easily from their curbside, especially those that live in apartment buildings or in rural areas. One solution to these challenges is called Extended Producer Responsibility, or EPR for short. It means that the companies that make the products and their packaging are responsible for managing what happens to them once they're no longer needed.
EPR works by having companies pay local governments and private businesses for the costs of recycling and managing waste. It encourages companies to create products that are better for the environment and to find ways to improve recycling systems. A good EPR policy also makes sure businesses don't just pass these costs on to customers.
EPR does more than shift costs to companies. It can make recycling systems work better, ensure everyone has access to convenient recycling, support programs like reuse and refill systems that cut down on waste, and reimburse local governments back for their recycling expenses. It can also create jobs and reduce the need for landfills and incineration. Basically, EPR changes the way our recycling systems work by involving the companies that make the products. This allows more materials to be recycled and takes the pressure off local governments. Companies are motivated to design better and more recyclable packaging, which leads to a higher recycling rate and a more efficient recycling system.
EPR helps create a circular economy that keeps materials in circulation and reduces the demand for new resources. This helps to protect forests, wildlife, and clean water, and fight climate change by cutting down on greenhouse gas emissions. How? By encouraging less wasteful design and increased recyclability, which is more energy efficient and less ecologically destructive than producing new materials, keeping our planet healthier. EPR isn't a new idea. It's already working well in places like Europe and Canada, where recycling rates are much higher. For example, British Columbia has a recycling rate of nearly 80%. In the United States, 5 states have already passed laws for packaging EPR. New York is also using EPR programs for things like electronics, rechargeable batteries, and more. EPR is a common-sense solution that ensures companies take responsibility for products and packaging they create. Support EPR for a cleaner and greener New York. Learn more at www.nypsc.org/EPR.